Hey, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh God, I am absolutely knackered. That's a fantastic way to start a live stream though. Just saying you're knackered straight off. There's a Boom XB1 coming up my head. And you know what, by the end of the month I'm gonna have some new models there. Yes, some big ones as well. Good stuff. Right, good evening everybody. Good to see everybody. Let's crack on with this because we've got a bit of a flight and I honestly want us to be in the flight and up in the air and flying and saying to you guys we're already up, we're on our way. So listen guys, be patient, we will get to Budapest. We're going to have a little look around this brand new airport which dropped on Friday night, which was last night. It feels like there's been about 1,000 weekends so far, but yeah, we are going to take a look at the new SoFly Budapest. We're going to fly from Warsaw in the Wizz Air A320. It's going to take about 45 minutes or something like that, so strap yourselves in, go and get yourself a tea, a beverage, a drink, a cold drink, whatever you like. Go and get a snack, go and get a ham sandwich, because it's going to be a bit of a flight, but well worth it. When we get down on the ground, we will have our normal standard in-depth look at this airport that, as I say, dropped on last night. It was, I won't lie, I already knew it was going to drop. The live stream has been set up for a bit, like, so the trailer dropped at the end of SoFly's little presentation on stage, and they said coming soon, and it went out now. So it's out now, you can get this. So some of you might already have it, which, listen, if you've already got it and you're coming into the live stream, then fantastic, thank you so much, I really appreciate it. I've also got a copy to give away, so massive thank you to SoFly for that. I will give a copy away once we're down on the ground and we're having a look at the airport. I will get our usual giveaway triggered, and we'll it's a good point. Let me make sure that is all set up for you lovely people, because otherwise you won't have anything. Okay. I've already done this. Why is it doing it again to me? I hope it just logs me into the same one. Let me have a little look. So there was a discount for it. Yes, there's also a discount for it as well. So right now, till the end, I've put the details. Everything is linked in the description below, the trailer and the link to SoFly's product page. But yeah, there's a 10% off till the very end of June. Why did I put June 26th? Maybe they've changed it, so it looks like they've done it till the end of June now. So yeah, there is a discount. But yeah, we will get down, and again, this one I'll do a little fly into, and if you are interested in winning a copy, please do subscribe. Hey, man, made the stream on time. Thank you so much, mate. I appreciate it. We're going to have a little look, but we're going to have a fly first, so please be patient. I want to get up in the air as soon as I can. Let's get onto the screen here. Where are we here? We're in the abyss. It's because last stream we did was Tower Simulator, wasn't it? There we go. So yeah, if you are interested in winning a copy of this new Budapest scenery, please do take the time and subscribe to the channel. I've actually got the overhead panel working, so it should let me turn things on. Although we still need to check, because I'm very, very aware that it doesn't press ever. Oh no, it all worked there. Fantastic. Did everyone see the various videos on the wing control overhead panel? It's looking fantastic, isn't it? Still don't know how they are making that $350, but it looks massive. It's got the panel lights and everything. It looks insane. It really does. Also as well, I've made this camera a bit better, so wait, there we go. Look at that. Now you can see the full setup. Hey, you can see everything for that. You won't be able to see the throttle because it's over here behind this massive, well, you know, this toned, you know, six-pack, you know. But yeah, it's almost time to get up into the air. I don't think we need the pushback on this airport, but we will anyway. Bit of rain coming in as well. So yes, this will take us about 45 minutes, depending. I've actually set it to real time as well, so I'll leave it on real time because we might get a nice evening arrival into Budapest. But when we start looking around the airport, I will change it, of course. I will yeah, I will put it into daytime, so you guys didn't actually see that, to be honest. Oh, right, okay. Well, yeah, the wing control overhead. Well, it looks... put it this way. This monitor arm here that I've got, this little small rose fire overhead, it ain't gonna cut it. It needs a crane. It needs a whole massive metal frame going on for it, I'm telling you now. I don't know why I'm still using the virtual buttons when I can clearly use my overhead, but anyway... Let's get the GPU and the chocks gone. I will still get pushed out, although we could just taxi straight out, couldn't we? It's just this tow truck's here, so I might just get pushed back for the fun of it. We're going to runway 26 at Warsaw, heading south all the way down. And I was gonna change it up. I was gonna do Prague to Budapest. It's a slightly shorter route, but I've decided not to now. So, plus this is a real route. The Wizz Air route, Budapest, Warsaw, Chopin to Budapest is a real route as well. I don't know how Wing Control make their products so cheap. No, it still baffles me. Thinking of getting the 737 autopilot panel, or yeah, I mean, do you know what? If Wing Control do the gear, because I think the only other company I've seen that are probably, I can't comment too much because I haven't actually seen them in person, but Wing Flex are apparently really good as well, but I don't know the prices. I also don't think they are doing the same price to quality ratio, because the wing control stuff isn't just cheap and cheerful.
Hello, Captain.
Do you know what I mean? It's not cheap and then it looks cheap and it feels cheap. It's cheap but feels like it should be another couple of £100 on top of it. It's amazing what they're doing. It really is. And that overhead panel just looks incredible. It really does. I don't know what I'm forgetting here. I'm probably forgetting something.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin insert.
But I'll be as prompt as I can. As I say, we'll get down to Budapest. We'll have our... Just bear with me 1 second. We're going to have our usual look around this scenery. Now, I haven't looked at most of the scenery. I've had a quick little look. I got it sent to me in the middle of the week, maybe at the start of the week before Expo, and I did obviously the normal thumbnail and stuff like that, and yeah, I haven't really had a look around this, so this really is going to be my first look, and for anyone who hasn't bought this, it's going to be your first look as well. Chevietsky is working on I think a US airport scenery at the minute. Is it mobile? I think they call it mobile, don't they? Mobile. But anyway, you know, you know what to expect with Zhevietsky. He does fantastic scenery, so it's gonna be exciting to have a little look at that. Nose to the right, tail to the left. No, I think we want nose to the left, to be honest with you.
Release parking brakes, please.
I have now got a parking brake, GSX, so there you go, you can have that.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at fill.
There is the beacon light. I remembered it for once. Oh, where you taking me? GSX, what you doing? I could have just drove out of this spot. Right, I'm probably going to get... I've been having trouble with the throttles at the minute, so we're probably going to get a little bit of a moan that the throttles aren't in idle. But we'll do it anyway. There we go, yeah, of course. We're also probably going to get issues when we land, because the reverse thrust on these I still need to calibrate, and I just can't seem to get it as spot on as I like, to be honest. But anyway, let's get going. Let's get down to Budapest and we'll have a little look around. Like I say, I was going to do a bit of a shorter flight, and I did, to be honest, I actually also did want to start this flight a lot sooner. I wanted to be about halfway there and then you guys just see the landing. But yeah, if you're patient enough, we'll get down there and we'll have a little look around at this new SoFly scenery. Monday the 15th, so this Monday coming, we'll be over in America. We'll be at White Plains, New York, in Westchester County Airport. I am going to be taking my first, well, I'm going to be taking you guys at a first look at Westchester County Airport by Fly Too High. First time I've owned any of their scenery, first time I've featured it on the channel. It's going to be really, really good, and I have seen it. I have seen quite a bit of it, and let me tell you guys, you won't want to miss. If you like sceneries as much as me, you're not going to want to miss that. It is really, really good. I can't wait to share more of that, because I haven't had a look into the finer details. I've had a good little tour around the airport, but yeah, we're going to be doing that at 7:30 on Monday, and yeah, please try and get in for that, because it is a fantastic scenery. You can fly your CRJs, the Embraer 190. You could also bring the A320 in there as well. JetBlue do some routes from Florida up to there as well, so you know there's a variation, and it's got a lot of BizJet activity as well. So that is another great one, and there's some really, really lovely FBOs at Westchester. We're getting really fed well with all the new business jet FBOs and business jets as well. Yeah, calibrating is just doing my head in with some of this gear at the minute, which is mad, because I didn't have any issues with the joystick or the panels. The panels were great. The panels just worked. The tiller as well. The tiller just works. I didn't need to do much for that at all. Right, let's get our taxi lights on, runway turn off lights, and we'll be able to turn the AP off in a minute. But yeah, I had to show this off because there's quite a lot of interest around it, wasn't there? There is another Budapest freeware, payware, I believe. Is it SLH, or SHL simulations? I can't say I'm familiar with it. I've never installed any of their scenery before, so there is one available from those guys as well, which be interesting to see if anyone comments or someone comes into the chat and has actually used the Budapest from those guys. Right, okie doke. Let's get going. As we taxi out, we'll sort everything else out. Let's get the park and brake off and let the plane start rolling here at Warsaw. I'll be as quickly as I can, guys. I'm sorry that I wasn't already up in the air. That was the plan. You tried out the new, I haven't changed it. I haven't installed the new update for the iFly yet. I must admit, I am behind on that. Because I honestly wouldn't be able to test it out correctly because I don't know how to fly it. I don't know how to fly the Max 8 like the Phoenix. And again, I'm not completely 100% on the Phoenix anyway, am I? So it'd be wrong for me to test that out, but yeah, I'm aware that it's out. Quite a lot of great things being announced at Expo. We've got you know, a shed load of stuff from Builds. We've got more of the A380. We've got the Global 6000 being being teased by Builds, so another biz jet. We've got Dubai version 2. We've got Chicago being done. Builds going all out, and we've got another trailer for the Synaptic A220 as well, which I hope we start seeing the release date pop up soon for that, because that's been a long time coming, hasn't it? And that is one aircraft that I do really want to learn. It's one of my favorite aircraft in real life. You can actually see it, well, you can't see it now, but I have got the Air France A220 Gemini Jets model, which is my first Gemini Jets model, and when it comes to the 27th of June, I'll be at the Aviation Society Fair at Manchester, the viewing field, the runway viewing park at Manchester. I'll be there for about 6 hours, and I fully intend to get myself a brand new model. Set to max and takeoff config is set. I think we need to go this way, don't we? I think. Never ever departed from Warsaw. LH simulations, Budapest, very average quality. I haven't, you know what, I haven't seen it, but again, it's interesting that we've getting. I really like when developers. It sounds weird, but don't get scared of other developers. Now, obviously, it is easier for a developer to go into a series that has been out for a while, and you know it needs an update. You know, it needs a better version. Totally understand that. It makes sense. But I just always try and push developers to say, listen, although that developer is also doing a certain aircraft or a certain airport, I understand it can be a bit, I don't know, maybe disheartening, maybe. And maybe referencing a bit of Phoenix with their A350, saying, you know, they weren't gonna bother, that Builds were doing one. I'm not too sure of all the ins and outs of that. But yeah, it's good to see. You know, Builds have done London City Airport, and you know the feedback on my comparison video was pretty much, you know, Builds' one is fantastic. It's detailed, it's lovely, but you know, actually the Urbex one isn't really as outdated as we thought. You know, it's not actually that bad, which is fair enough. Can't wait for Dubai version 2. Yeah. It is one of those. It's like Heathrow for me. Heathrow's never been a good runner on my system. I'm so hyped for the A220. It looks stunning. Yeah, that is one aircraft I'm going to start learning straight off the bat. Has the A220 got a side stick, or is it yoke? I know it's a is it Bombardier who does? It's a C-Jet, isn't it? It is a rebadged Airbus, isn't it? Right, where are we? I know I'm forgetting something here, but I did want to be up in the air, so please forgive me, guys, and I appreciate everyone's patience. Right, let's go. Also, this runway does look smaller. It is the smaller out of the two here at Warsaw, so I hope it does seem like the A320 does depart from here. In fact, this flight in real life, last time it departed, did depart from this runway. I mean, there's V1 there. We're getting to the end though. I really, really need to get the landing gear panel. Right, I will just hand fly it up until we get into sticking the... Oh. Wow. Wow. Well, there you go. So I've had the internet go. I've had the whole system freeze. Like, you know, you know, the regulars will know about the issues I've had. I have never had a crash to desktop on Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's interesting. That is really interesting. On a live stream, I've never had that happen. I can't even begin to think where that crash come from. And that was a lovely takeoff as well, though. I'm gutted. I don't know where that come from. Okay, well, we won't be doing a flight. That's fine. We will just... Yeah, we will just get down on the ground at Budapest then. It's funny. It's funny. Like I say, you know, if you're regular to the live streams, you know, if my system hasn't been the greatest over the months, it will just full system freeze. I've had the internet go bad, which, you know, it is what it is on that one. I can't really do much about that. But on live streams, I've never had my sim crash to desktop. Now, right now, I will admit, I've got an app to control the overhead panel. I've got the wing control stuff going on. I've also got glass out. Glass out might be the issue. I don't know, because I've only just started using this. This is the, you know, for the screens here. But I can't say whether it is. Now, I fully recommend glass out. If you're using Pop-Out Manager, just go and buy the license for the glass out software, because it's miles better. I might do some kind of live stream for that, but I can't say what caused that, unfortunately. Can you show Budapest in detail? Yes, I always do. I will do. I'm just going to leave the flight out now, guys, because there's no point. I'll have to do all the pre-flight and everything, and there's no point in messing about with that. I am sorry about that. I haven't got a clue. That is a new one for me. I know that people complain about crash to desktops with the sim, but I really have not. I've not really been a person who's suffered that badly with crash to desktop. Not on a live stream anyway. So it is surprising. I mean that. But you guys can see that, you know, it does happen, but I just don't know what caused it because I have so many things open. But yeah, I will be showing Budapest in detail, but I'm not going to do the flight into there now, which is a bit of a pain. I do like to nowadays show the approach and landing into a particular airport, but it is going to take a bit more time. So yeah, bit of a shame. I don't know whether we should find an airport closer by and then maybe at least do the landing into there, but we still got to prep the cockpit and everything, so bit of a shame. Sorry guys, I am sorry. I'm not too sure. I hope it's not going to be a thing that keeps on happening. I am going to close some of these things, these applications. I am going to stop the applications from running, just in case it is that. Max, good to see you, mate, and thank you everyone for the patience with this one. I do hope for Heathrow version 2 as well. I don't know if I think Heathrow did get a version 2. You know, I think it did get a version 2. I know you can't fly. Well, I haven't got my Pimax anymore, Paul, if you're still there, mate, unfortunately. I'd probably try it nowadays. I wouldn't have back then. I think I tried it once and it just didn't work. My fault, I just logged in. Right, let's just cut out the middleman and get down into Budapest, guys, because that flight ain't happening. Right, where am I? Where am I? Prague, Budapest, there we go. It was right there. I mean, do you know what? We could do a positioning flight. That's a bit too small, that airport. We could pretend to do a positioning flight, I guess. I haven't got an Austria scenery installed. Interesting. Let me know in the comments, guys. Do you want to see me fly into the airport? Heathrow gets a premium for 24, but I heard them talking about if they... Yeah, oh, right, okay, I see, yeah. So not technically a version 2. That would be good. That would be good. Hopefully they can tweak that a bit for the performance. Do you guys want to see me land into Budapest? Because if we do Vienna, it's going to be the shortest hop. Oh, there's a little airport here. Is that a World Update airport? You have SoFly Cardiff. I think I've got Bristol, not Cardiff. My simmer's a bit stuffy lately, so I might be reinstalled this week. To be honest with you, Max, I tried to reinstall it, and it didn't do much. I thought it might. Prague would work, but it's not that much different. So you can see where we were going to go from Warsaw to Budapest. There's Prague there. There ain't much difference if you kind of line that up. We're only talking maybe 5-10 minutes. I mean, Vienna hasn't got a... I haven't got anything installed for that. You can fly from Prague. I'd love to, because Prague's my favourite airport. I'll be back there in real life in 2 months' time. Can't wait, man. Can't wait. I mean, we could, but honestly, guys, I don't want to waste people's time. The idea of the live stream will be to do the flight, you know what I mean? And obviously, people watching back can easily just skip through. There is... That is that one there. That is the... Oh, can we do that one maybe? Is that... Do you reckon an A320 will go from there? That's a very short flight. Very short flight indeed. Let's have a little look. What do we think, guys? Sorry, runway looks long enough. It does look long enough. It does. It does. Let me... Because I'm going to start on the runway, you see. I'm not going to waste everyone's time and do a thingy-mabob. I'm going to have to just sit on the runway and input some details. Because if we start messing about with... We could try it. We could try it, I guess. Usually SimBrief will say the air runway's not big enough anyway. I mean, it's not giving me anything. Let's have a little check, guys. Let's have a little check. At least when I land into there. Yeah, I think Wizz Air fly out of there as well. Why not GA into Budapest? Nah. It would take ages. Steve, it's a good call, mate, but I'm still trying to perfect the Phenom, because it makes me look like a fool, that plane. it makes me look like a right fool, because it's a little beast. It looks unassuming, doesn't it, the Phenom? It really does. It looks unassuming. Let's just have a let's just have a go with this one, guys, because it'll show you a arrival into the airport, and at least I don't have to set the aircraft up or everything. I was in Prague a couple of weeks ago. I had a bit of an odd. I was in Prague a couple of weeks ago. All right, okay. I had a bit of an odd runway cafe. I don't understand. Oh, we were in this airport. This is the one with the lovely view. Look at this. This is one of the default airports. This is one of the
Airbus Echo Kilo.
It's a lovely look at the view. Oh. Look at that view. Right, okay, let's make sure that everything is set up. Park and brakes should be... Let's set them on for now. Oh, I've got that turned off now, haven't I? The overhead panel. I'm going to leave all the little bits and bobs turned off because honestly I don't know whether that is the issue. We'll find out, won't we? Let's see what happens. Right, let's just get the little bits that we need done because instance blah blah. Thank you, Phoenix, for being so good with, what did I say, runway 27 using the UMAR2F departure. QNH is 1014. Send that to the MacDo. And what else did I say? Right, the thingamajig. Let's get this done. What did I say? Me thing goes like WZZ something. WZZ 2470. Hang on. Why isn't that working? Not working, no? Okay. Fair enough. We are LZ TT to LHBP. I don't think your cost index is 49, mate, but 24,000? No way. That is in. It's the quickest. I'm gonna forget something. Hang on. No. How many runways has this got? UMAR 2F. Have we got that? Yeah. And we are in 31 right, using the off 2. It's 31 right, did I say? 31 right, sorry. Using the off 2, yeah, should be good. Let's have a little look at this. Being as fast as I can. She's a tricky bugger to land. Oh, mate, she is. She really is. Right, let's have a little look at this flight plan. Okay, let's... I mean, there's hardly a flight plan, is there? It's because... I honestly don't know what to do with this one. What's it gonna do here if I try and do this? Whoa, okay. Right, okay. No, it's not much difference. That's fine. That's fine. Get rid of this. And then get rid of that. And that should be fine. That should be fine. Yeah, okay. Okay. Takeoff's done. Auto brake set to max. Cabin needs checking, but she's going to have to hurry herself up. Right, okay, guys, let's get going. I'm sorry. If it happens again, then do you know what? I'm just going to load into the airport. I hope it doesn't. It's also got me way off center, hasn't it? Like, this is the default position that the plane got onto the runway with. Let's hope I can get off the ground. Okie doke. Hey, a bit bouncy on the way out there. You guys might not have sound, so I apologise, but bear with me while we just get up. Hand flight until it says, there we go, climb. The airport cafe seemed to be split into two, guessing for different terminals. One had no windows. Oh, right, okay, yeah, it's a bit weird. Yeah. Can you land into daytime? Yeah, I will, yeah, we will. It's on live weather, but let me change. There we go. Bit of a shallow climb. Flaps going up. Look at the scenery around here. Wow, love that. Turn the landing lights off in a minute. Yeah, Prague's airport is, I believe, in the next couple of years getting like an extended runway, a brand new terminal, and stuff like that. So this is a short flight. Hopefully I can do some kind of landing. What did I say my cruise was? 24,000. Okay. No ATC, so it's fine. Don't know if you guys have got any kind of sound going on there, but I've turned it off as much as I can there without it being intrusive. So what is everybody's takeaway from Flight Sim Expo? What is everyone looking forward to the most? For me, do you know what? It's more the hardware situation now. It is more of the hardware situation. It's as I say, I've got this ever-evolving setup where I can keep on adding things. So yeah, I think seeing all this new hardware. Oh, and by the way, guys, I don't know if you saw it, but the Turtle Beach Turtle Beach, I've got a stand at Expo this year, and they also did a little bit of a trailer for the new the Velocity 1 Stick 2. So the Velocity 1 version 2 flight stick with the throttle and everything. The footage inside that trailer was actually done by me. No credit. It was me though. So where you see footage of the F-18 going through the canyon and the F-18 taking off and stuff like that, that was my footage. Hey, that was cool. I couldn't say anything, but yeah, that was me. Prague City has a mate. We love being there, and the city, not just the city, but when you start going into the parks, like Prague is a walking city, and if you get on a tram and just sit on the tram, you'll end up most likely on the outskirts of the city by a big massive natural park, and the parks are just fantastic to walk through. Last time we were there, it was absolutely bucking it down with snow. Like, it was frosty, it was freezing, the snow was deep, it was thick, it was like snowballs coming down, but it was still lovely. It really was. Made it to the big stage. I'm telling you, mate. This A380 in the wind could, yeah, definitely. For me though, the A380 has to perform well, because I've never really had any luck with the fly-by-wire one. It's nice, and for a freeway, it's bloody gorgeous, you know. But I've never. Oh, that should be on. Emergency lights. Why were they not on? Yeah, I've never really been able to sit there and have a go at the A380 with the fly-by-wire, because it's just so intensive. But it's good, you know. It's for a freeway. It's incredible what the guys are doing. It really is. But in that sense, Innie builds have got to really get the performance very, very spot on, in my opinion, because they've got all the. I'm sure they'll have a no cabin option like the A350 has, but you know, they've got the fact that you've got working showers in the bathrooms and all the cabins, and it looks very intensive, doesn't it? Last time I took off from Prague Airport, it was heavy snow too. I'd been to see. Nice. And I think one year we took off, we had to get de-iced as well. It took us ages. It took about 45, well, not ages in the grand scheme of things, but it took us 45 minutes to go out to the de-icing pad and sort that as well. That is my issue with the fly-by-wire one. It's lovely, but it's just, yeah. Say Intentions also amazing. Yeah, loads of amazing stuff going on with Say Intentions and getting, you know, Navigraph on board. Same with Beyond ATC. Lots of great announcements, and but again, it's also very costly for us, isn't it? That was supposed to be a wallet opening. I don't know what that is. Very costly for us, but in a good way, you know. That kind of there's, you know, there's another couple of hundred going from the wallet, but we love it, don't we? We wouldn't have it any other way. But yeah, obviously for this one, we are going to have a look at the, I guess, the surprise announcement, or at least not really so much a surprise announcement, because SoFly did tease it on the social media a couple of days before. But the fact that they suddenly went, coming soon, oh no, it's out now. So yeah, you can go and buy this now. It's 10% off till the end of June. You'll get all of the usual SoFly comforts, like the airport configuration app, which you can turn off people, GSE. You can't turn the terminal off on this one, like you could do with Bristol, because I think you could do that with Bristol, but you can't do with this one, or at least I haven't seen it in there. The GSX profiles included with the configuration tool, which again, I think more scenery developers need to try and get on board with. If you're offering a GSX profile, then try and bake it into your store or software. It really does help. I can't get the best pitch sensitivity with the fly-by-wire A380. To be honest with you, I can't get yeah, I still think that's probably also some of the reason why my landings suck with this with the Phoenix, because of the joystick. Because on X-Plane 12 with the A320, it's absolutely fine. I'm perfectly confident and can always kind of get a nice little landing out of it. Can't do with the Phoenix. But I don't have any. But I don't have saying. Oh, I actually prefer saying intentions to Beyond ATC. No, I don't think there's any kind of massive performance thing. We're talking about performance again. I'm not too sure what happened before, but if anyone's using the external screens and stuff and still using Pop-Out Manager, I know Pop-Out Manager is free, but there's also a massive performance hit with that software. Glass out, it's like 12 or 13 quid, so there is a cost, but honestly guys, it just works so well. It remembers everything. You can drag them, it'll just say, you know, the panels will come out. Traffic. Where? There. Just like traffic. Well, I think that was a little Embraer, wasn't it? It is turned on, so. Did you see the? Yes. I did see it. Yeah, I did see it. I need to install it and have a little look at it. Say Intentions is so expensive for users. This is the thing, isn't it? It's subscription based. That's why I haven't got it. I've got Beyond ATC because I believe that is a one-off price. You can still pay for like premium voices and stuff like that, but it's a one-off price. So I haven't bothered with Say Intentions. From what I've seen, it's supposed to be the better out of the two. Have I gone over my top of descent? I don't think I have I? No, it's there. It's a good point. Let's find out. Now I have got Navigraph, but I find that because I've been learning with the included charts that I can't read Navigraph for some reason. I know some of you guys will be like, yeah, whatever. I just can't. It's a bit different. So 3,000. Is that 620? It's also telling me to enter the info. I'm not too sure what the idea of all this is in terms of the perf page for the arrivals. Do you have to keep on checking it? Because it is going to change. Obviously, flight conditions are going to change. The QNH might change. Do pilots usually do it at the very, very last minute? Because, you know, you'd have to go back in there and tweak it. 246. I don't know whether pilots go back into this page and continue to update it just before arrival. I think because of the length of the runway, we might also do a flap 3 config. Whether the wind is the right direction, but anyway, we'll see. I've just done for 1 month loving it so far. Yeah, I believe Say Intentions is very, very good. Yeah, I agree. Say Intentions is so much better. Right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, sounds like Beyond ATC and Say Intentions are kind of the main two players, but Say Intentions, you know, it's getting updated so much, and it seems to be what most people are using, but again, subscription based. You know, you have to. I mean, Navigraph is subscription based as well, but there's so much with Navigraph, isn't there? There's so much involved with having it and stuff. And anyway, guys, we have got a giveaway for this. I've got 1 copy to give out. If you aren't subscribed, please do subscribe. I have included a multiplier for subscribers, so subscribers who get involved with the live stream will have a bit more of an opportunity to win, so they get a bit more of a chance. And yeah, massive thank you to SoFly for supporting the channel, with giving me an opportunity to live stream it. Ideally, I would have liked to have gone live yesterday when it came out, but because obviously they announced it at Expo, it was US time, so it was 9 o'clock UK time, and I'm not going live at like 10 o'clock to do a live stream. This was the next opportunity I had. And you guys know that every time there's a scenery arriving or out, I do like to try my best and give you guys a pre-release look, because, well, you want to see it, don't you? You want to see what it's like. But yeah, I'm excited to see Chicago, IndyBuild Chicago, Dubai Volume 2, Volume 2, Version 2. Definitely be giving you guys a look at those. Will I be doing anything for the A380? I don't know. I don't know whether I should reinstall the fly-by-wire one and see if I can potentially translate any of this to the A380 and at least learn how to basically fly it, you know, just enough to show you guys what it's like. I'm still not in a position where I can really give you the very, very best in the way of actually these systems work very well. They're very realistic, but there's so many people on YouTube who can do that and definitely will do that. I think the best I can give you guys is there's another no TCAS warning, sorry. There's a Ryanair. Look at me breaking all sorts of rules. But yeah, no, I mean, the best I can give you is, if I get an opportunity, is to certainly say performance is great. I mean, I think nowadays, honestly, systems are important, but also a lot of people just are like, you know, does it perform well? does it actually, you know, am I going to get any crashes? Was it 3,000? It was, wasn't it? Yeah. And you guys know that really I do like to show you sceneries and airports more than aircraft. So we'll see what goes on with the A380. I might do my own little cinematic for it. I do love the A380. I mean, definitely one of my more favourite modern aircraft, along with the A350, the A220. I was also at Manchester Airport when the very, very first Emirates A380 flight came in. Very, very hot day. I still remember that so well. The runway viewing park at Manchester was just absolutely jam-packed, as you can imagine. And it was a boiling hot day. Everyone was using the Concorde hangar as shade, you know, sitting in front of it. We were. I'll start that descent a bit sooner. Bit of a crosswind, apparently. Mickey, good to see you, mate. Good evening, good evening. When the NE comes out, the A380, maybe do a comparison video. That would be cool. Yeah, that would be good to know if the Ethos and the FC. Yeah, that would also be pretty cool to see. One thing I was very, very pleasantly surprised about was going into X-Plane 12 and having everything work as well. The wind control panels and everything just worked in X-Plane 12. That was quite interesting. But yeah, I'll see what happens. They might not even send me it, you know. I'd also like to see the price points of it as well, because what have we had so far? Was it like 60 quid for the A350 or something? The TriStar was a bit cheaper, I think. I wonder what they're going to price the A380. I see you have a Tiller. You use it. I do use it, yeah. We didn't for this one. Oh no, we did. We got to taxi out at least. It's nice. It's obviously it's not the wind control one. I certainly probably will be upgrading it. No disrespect to Huwalt, but obviously I think my main thing is to have all wind control stuff. Right now, the only thing that the only two things right now are the D106. That's also a hoot waltz or a lit NXT little screen. It'd be interesting to see if wing control do any kind of panels, like screen panels. That would be cool. I know Wingflex have just announced like a desk mounted panel system which all interconnects similar to wing control. I think those guys are probably wing control's main competitor, but I'm not too sure about the prices. Anyone know what Wingflex prices are like? I'm assuming it's nowhere near as competitive as wing control, because wing control certainly have some kind of, I don't know, magic elves that work in their workshop. It's incredible. I guess it would be level with the A350 on price, 71 quid. Yeah, I mean, I can't see them going overboard with bringing it up to 80. I don't know. To be fair, the A350 is actually discounted today, but I need rein in my spending. I think everyone does at this time. We're getting a bit close to the overspeeding at the minute. But yeah, guys, I have got a copy of this to give away, so stay tuned. We'll have a little look around. I'll give you the lowdown once we get on the ground of the details of what we can expect to see. And as you regulars watching, and obviously for the people who don't watch the live streams as much, we'll get down on the ground. There is the airport over there. We can actually see it just over there. There we go. We'll get down on the ground and we'll get the drone camera out and we'll have a bloody good look around, because that's what we do on this channel. I was always one to say I probably wouldn't do flights to these airports, but I think it now starts to become interesting to see the performance into particular runways, the approaches, to see what it's like. I think it helps. Also as well, Budapest, that's another place, and I'll be very, very honest, looking at Budapest from above, it does give you Prague vibes. It really does. The river with the little islands in between the river, very reminiscent of Prague. Landscape wise, probably not so much. Prague is in like a little bit of a valley. You can kind of go up onto each side of the river of Prague and get a really like nice not top down view, you know, bird's eye view of the city below. Wingflex overhead panel is 500. Oh wow, okay. MacDo's and CDU's are both 600. Wow, okay. So it's still, do you know what? It's still interesting to me how wing control do it. I know a lot of people ask the question. I've seen a couple of videos of various YouTubers looking at the overhead panel. It looks incredibly heavy. It definitely ain't gonna go on a Visa mount. I don't think any desk mount is going to be able to hold it. Looks like it comes in 3 sections, all sorts of daisy chained. What it does look like it's got, similar to the Wingflex overhead, is the beacon lights on the underside, and it also does have the panel lights that you can switch on. But it also looked like that Wing Control brought a prototype unit to the Expo and not the actual consumer unit, but it still looks very, very good. Our Stream Deck, I have started using the Plus for chase plane. Gary, I've got it on here, mate. I've got the chase plane plug-in on Stream Deck. I think the panel, I can't remember the company name. The panels, the flight panels. I think flight panels were at Expo. But I didn't see anything about Stream Deck, but I started using. The problem I've got with it in particular, I try not use it in the air because sometimes the key binding knocks out the autopilot and stuff, and it's a bit, it's not always the very, very best. But I don't know if I've got anything for this one. Let me have a little look and see if I've got anything for it. A320, I'm in the A320, I think the Sharklets. I don't think I've got anything for this one. The IAE. No, I haven't. But it's very easy to set up. Very easy to set up indeed. Right, okay, where are we now? We are 10,000 feet. Let's just stick the lights on so I don't forget that. I never let anyone out of their seats, but to be honest with you, it doesn't matter. This is the last turn, so we need to get a bit lower as well. Speed hasn't changed yet, though. Let's on the ground spoilers. More drag, okay. Don't arm the ground spoilers then. But let me know in the comments, has anyone bought this yet, or are you still waiting to see it on various streams? Because as I said before, I know there's one other version. Is it LH Simulations? Is that who it is? LH Simulations do a version of this. I think it's an old version of Budapest now, though. Speed needs to drop considerably, so does the altitude. The speed isn't going to change right now because the aircraft is trying to get back on track with its altitude, which it is doing at the minute, which is good. Waiting. Hey Ace, good to see you. Even for chase plane and custom views, I have several years used a Razer Tartarus keyboard. Works really well. Free Stream Deck up for. That'll be a good idea, that. Oh, mates, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Gary, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that, mate. Thank you so much. Because SoFly isn't MK Studios, fair enough. I've still got these spoilers out at the minute. I really need to get some speed down because we're making our last turn here. Gonna push that LS button in. But yeah, Gary, thank you so much, mate. Really, really appreciate it. I kind of always get a bit like shy and red faced when people do that because I never ever sort of expect it or anything. But yeah, there'll also be a lot of aviation memorabilia at the aviation fair in Manchester. I don't know if anyone else in the chat or commenting after the fact is going to the runway viewing park at Manchester in the UK on the 27th or the 28th. I'll be there on the 27th of June in about a week or so. Right underneath Concorde, I think it's Alpha Charlie at Manchester. I can never remember. I should do. There we go. There's Budapest there. We're still far too fast is the word I'm trying to say. We need to drop speed very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. I'm going to stick the landing gear out just to give the aircraft some drag. The glide slope has been caught, which is brilliant because I know in the past that I've always found that some of these custom airports the ILS doesn't work, which always interests me how they don't work, whether the developers have to do something with the ILS and the frequencies when they're making the airports. Still very, 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 very fast. Very fast. Oh, this is going to be fun. Ready for me to F up? But yeah, you can see your first glimpse at the SoFly Budapest Airport. This released yesterday at around, was it what, 9:30, 10 p.m. UK time. I think we might just make it. Probably a bit worrying a bit too much there. Now, I'm going to use this little trick that EasyJet sim pilot showed me. Well, not showed me, just showed, you know, people in general. But lowering the camera seems to help landings. That's probably not going to do anything for me. It's not going to help at all. Flaps 3. Okay, let's go. Also, as well, please be prepared that my thrust probably won't work. My reverse thrust, rather. It is quite hard to see the pappies, I will say that, but that's probably just my wonderful eyesight. Can also already see the perimeter fence going around the airports. That's a big thumbs up, SoFly, well done. The surrounding scenery looks a bit photogrammetry, and it looks quite nice actually. The roads look great, don't they?
400.
I always bounce it. Yeah, there's some really nice LODs on those fences. You could see them from quite a distance.
300. 100 above.
I've also never flown the Phoenix Wizz Air.
Minimum.
Little bit of a stutter there.
100. 50. 40.
Idle.
20. Retard. 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 Retard.
Alright. It's one of the better landings I've had. There's that Reeve auto thrust warning, which I don't know if is normal in the aircraft for that to happen. Not bad. I didn't bounce it, I don't think, anyway. Not bad. Not bad. We can also come off that taxiway there. I ain't going to get GSX involved, guys. What I want to do is just get the aircraft parked up and stop it and everything and turn the engines off. I don't want to bother with GSX with this one. Actually, do you know what? No, I don't think I don't. Oh, no, do you know what? I might do, guys, because there's animated doors on this. Let's have a little look and see if we can figure out the map. I think we're on... Where are we? 272. Okay. It wasn't bad. Probably one of my most recently better landings. And I tell you what, I'll give him his due. EasyJet's in pilot said lowering the camera helps if you're having trouble, and it kind of does. So fair play to him. The reason why we're doing GSX instead, I said I weren't going to, but the reason why we are is because the doors should open. There should be animated doors. Yeah, I'm getting straight, love. Don't. I know I'm going slow. I want to try and get it to dance. There we go. Parking brakes. Oh, hang on. Yeah, parking brakes set. There we go. I don't know what you're going to tell me. Very good parking. There we go. Makes a change. It was a nice landing. Well, it was an okay landing. And it was a... apparently it was a nice parking as well. Hey! Runway's got pretty good textures. Seatbelt securely fastened. Exactly, Steve. I'd give you a clap emoji if they were working. I know they're being a pain on Apple by the looks of it. Didn't you say something like the normal position? You look like a nose is pointing down. Exactly, yeah, that's what he said, yeah. We were thinking of doing the Budapest Express Market this year. I really want to go. It looks amazing. It looks nice. Right, let's have a little look-ski. First of all, at the... see if the door's open. Let's have a little look. Let's turn. I still can't get me thingies done with this. I hope it actually works. Actually, the I hope the camera works, because drone camera has a bit of a... oh, there we go. It's fine. Although chase plane doesn't want to exit. There we go. Let's have a little look. Cargo. Okay, I've opened the cargo doors. You want to calm down? Also, animated ground vehicles. Love to see them. Love to see them. What I do need to do, just to... didn't turn any of these off. Let's get all them off. Right, let's have a little check. Be interesting to see if the doors do open. But we'll have a little look. What are your sim settings? They're kind of like on the ultra setting, but with some things turned down a bit. Are you going to open the door? There we go, the door's open. So, like, I think I've got most recently, the thing I've done most recently, just to give it a bit better performance, is actually turn the object and terrain level of detail down, I think, to about 170 rather than 200. And it does make a difference, by the way, guys. I know most of you will know this, but your object level of distance and your terrain level of distance in your settings, if you're on something like a 4070 Ti Super like me, or thereabouts, then tweaking those in between the 150 and the 200 is a very good step to go. And your texture resolution, if you take your texture resolution down from ultra to high, that also helps. But your two sliders, your terrain level of distance and your object level of distance, start with those. If you're not happy with them on 150, then do, you know, 160, 170. Are these doors going to open? I have got the GSX profile installed. They haven't opened yet. Oh, guys, what happened there? I have got it installed, and it is up to date. I'm wondering whether it's maybe not this and maybe the ones nearer to the main terminal. But interesting to say the least. We'll carry on, we'll have a good look around. So guys, if you haven't been here before on the channel, welcome. We will take a actual in-depth look around. Where can I download it? Well, you'll have to purchase it. You can purchase it from SoFly website. It's in the stream description. 10% off as well at the minute till the end of June. Let's go round in a anti-clockwise, because we'll want to end with the terminal and landside, won't we? Let's face it. We've also got a bit of a aviation museum over there as well, which I'm not 100% sure kind of the name and the history behind it. So let's start with the perimeters. Obviously, we won't spend loads of time on the outskirts and stuff like that. We'll spend time at the places where it does matter. So as I say, this one came out yesterday. Kind of what you would call a shadow drop. It was shown at Expo at the SoFly presentation on stage, and then they released it. I'm not gonna lie, I did know that's what they were doing, but I couldn't say anything. I couldn't even say whether I was gonna live stream it until they announced it. So let's have a little look just before we start having a little look around. You can get this from the SoFly website. It's linked in the stream description. This is Budapest International Airport, Lima Hotel Bravo Papa. It costs normally £15. It's £14.99. Currently, it's £13.49. And here is your feature list. Or we could actually read this. Built around the modern international terminal, experience Budapest Airport with a up-to-date layout featuring detailed aprons, realistic stand layouts, current taxiway configurations, airport signage, cargo areas, surrounding infrastructure based on the modern-day airport. From the distinct terminal architecture to the busy ramp environment, Budapest has been crafted with 3D modeling, 4K PBR texture, and some. Obviously, these terms are now we all very accustomed to. We've heard them quite a lot now, and it's been recreated with real airport references, diagrams, imagery to help bring the airport to life. So it sounds like the guys from SoFly haven't exactly been there, but they have done the next best thing and used a whole lot of reference material, which is kind of, you know, if you're not in a position as a developer to go and fund the trip to various airports, then this is the next best thing. I will use Pyrigi and many others, but Pyrigi for example relies on reference material, you know. So features up-to-date layout, current taxiways, animated vehicles and passengers, a more dynamic airport environment with movement across key areas, carefully crafted buildings, objects and airport infrastructure, PBR texture, interior modeling rather, terminal interiors based on real airport pictures and diagrams. There's also immersive sounds as well, which SoFly are known for. Custom jetways and dynamic airport lighting. There's also a GSX profile included. Again, we did have a little look to see if the doors opened. I'm gonna say that I have seen them move and open, but for some reason they didn't. Maybe just for not this particular side of the airport. So we'll carry on. Some cargo areas, and we will get down and close with the various build and models, because that's what we like to do, isn't it? Do you know what? This is pretty good getting down. I mean, it's early doors. We're still gonna go round and check out the terminal and everything, but having a look at this now, I'm looking back at other SoFly sceneries, because SoFly do so many things. They do tools and you know, sound sound add-ons, aerotone and some others, and obviously scenery as well. Now, the biggest criticism I had with SoFly with their, I think it was Bristol, I don't think it was Cardiff, because there is an included Cardiff in the as a default airport. So I didn't get a chance to look at SoFly Cardiff, but I did have a look at Bristol, because I remember Pilot Plus did a Bristol, or still do a Bristol scenery. And the biggest criticism I had about Bristol, which was meant to really be feedback, was the general aviation side of the airport. So obviously the main apron, the terminal and everything, fantastic, really, really good. You know, really up there, you know, very, very good. But the general aviation and kind of business jet side of the airport, on the kind of the south side of Bristol Airport, it just didn't feel finished. And that was my opinion. And I did express it in the live stream. And it was never sort of received badly. It's just that was my opinion of it. No, just leave me alone, GSX. So with this little gate for the cargo area, again, this is kind of what I pick up on. There's a lot of detail, and there's actually a lot of... Oh my god, shut up. There's a lot of detail. Like, that is a bit OTT. It's a bit OTT, isn't it? The camera looks so detailed. There's actually a wire running through there. Oddly enough, when you start looking at the metal work, and yeah, this is how I do things. I know most of you know it, but for the people who haven't seen me before, it's mad that the camera is actually more detailed than the steel, you know. But it's not a bad thing. It's actually not a criticism, because I think it looks fine the way it is. There's loads of... I mean, they've got some parallaxed interiors to this little gate. You know, they haven't... It's not a real interior. It's kind of a faked... You guys know what parallaxed interiors are by now. But it just really adds to it. It makes it look like there's a real interior there without actually modelling a real interior. Animated fans. Look at that. You've even got Samsung on there. I mean, the detail in this fan, just like the camera. And this is all just a little gate going into a cargo facility, a warehouse, and again, parallaxed interiors. This is the kind of thing you'll see on the top end sceneries, MK Studio, well, Pyrigi, Ini builds, 3D signs as well. Authentic 3D signs, I would imagine. You know, it is... and the reason why I'm kind of getting this hyped already is because if they've mapped the cargo facility, or just one cargo building like this, you've got to be confident that the terminal follows suit, if not even better. SoFly took this airport seriously. Do you know what, mate? I think they have, and we'll carry on, because we've only had a little look at this little cargo facility, and look at this, by the way. So right now I am getting some stutters. Haven't got a clue what they are, unfortunately. This is why I'm very hesitant to say that performance at certain airports or certain aircraft is bad, because I don't know what's contributing to the stutters, whether it's actually OBS, live streaming, everything combined as one, you know. We'll carry on and have a look at... There's loads of lorries. I don't say lorries. I never say that. Signage is on point already. You've got all the different real-world signage, and... yeah, it is very, very detailed. I mean, the little finer things like the cameras, the fans, the lights, I ain't gonna presume, but I don't know whether they are third-party objects or whether SoFly have actually modelled them. Again, it's hard to say, because for me, developers wouldn't be in the feature list going every single object has been animated by us. Although, do you know what? I think developers should potentially do that, because if you are modeling every single little asset, then I think it really, really helps the the overall quality. I mean, the lighting is great. The lighting's really nice. The lighting inside these faked interiors is also very, very good. Like, really nice. Again, they are faked interiors. They're, you know, parallaxed, you know, faked interiors. Apron lights look nice. I know that the Microsoft Flight Sim team, you know, were on stage, the very, very last people on stage last night at Expo, and they talked about the default lighting being overhauled and fixed. I will make the comment that it looks great, but ground lighting in X-Plane 12, that's probably what they should be aspiring to, and I mean that is my opinion. People may disagree, but I think if you look at the ground lighting, the close-up lighting in X-Plane 12, it is very realistic. The apron lights, the aircraft lights hitting the ground, all superb when it comes to X-Plane 12. But anyway, can't complain with the clutter on the ground, the ground service equipment and objects. Let's have a little see if they are. Yeah, they're all authentic to the airport, or by what looks like they're authentic. Let's have a little look at the containers. And, you know, these are going to be things that you want to be as detailed as possible, because if you're doing some cargo operations, then I think this is one of the cargo aprons as well. You know, you'll definitely want these to be as detailed as possible. Very, very nice indeed, SoFly. Very, very nice indeed. Let's carry on. We won't spend, obviously, we will go counterclockwise around the airport, but we ain't going to spend too much time kind of on the outskirts. Don't worry about that. I have a Qatar versus Switzerland game in the background, just saw the shadow of an aircraft go over the pitch. Nice. I guess the stadium's on final to LAX. Yeah. Would love a new SoFly. Yes, absolutely, mate. I agree. Yeah, that would be good. That would be very, very good. And if they do it to a standard like this, then I'm all for it, because Tailstrike did do a very, very good prog. But again, I think Tailstrike aren't doing sceneries anymore. I don't think they're actually a development company anymore. I don't think they are. But yes, we do need a more up-to-date Tailstrike. Prague is very, very nice. It is nice. It still holds up in my opinion, but it does need a more, you know, a more 2024 quality interiors, you know, the full complete airport. But it was very good anyway. But yeah, that's a good point. I would like to see a new Prague done by even MK Studios, anyone really. Pyrigi would probably do a good one. I mean, there's quite a few development teams who would do a really good Prague, but it's quite a large infrastructure. You know, it's got 3 terminals. It's got Terminal 2 is quite small. Terminal 1's the biggest, and there's a private sort of jet terminal. Terminal 3 is the old building, the old Prague airport building, which is very nice. But it's a massive area. It's a model, like a huge area. Tailstrike Studios or Designs even put the little plane spotting hills on the edge of the taxiways as well with their version. Because Orbex also did a Prague as well, but that is extremely outdated. That's even more outdated than the Tailstrike Designs version. Some nice grids. I mean, these have even got. They've even got like the little lion sort of imprint in them. Pretty cool. And you know what? The outer buildings, all these little sort of nondescript things that we will see, they're fantastic quality. Places where a developer doesn't really have to go mad with the detail, you know. They don't have to go too in depth with the kind of the little bits of you know, I don't know, utility sheds, electric buildings, you know, where transformers are and stuff. I mean, they've even put these little barrier type of bollards, I guess you would call them. They don't look... I mean, even the detail in these is pretty... When I say OTT, I mean, you know, it's fantastic that they're so detailed, but they don't have to be. But yeah, that's all there. They've made the effort to do that. Let's have a little look. Let's speed the camera up. I think these are just generated rocks. I don't think they've done anything with these, but yeah, you know, the service roads, where the, you know, the airfield operations would take around on their patrols, all there, the grids. I don't think there's any... These, I think, are default. I don't think these are custom ones. But even so, all there. I thought this was actually a custom building, but it's not. It's actually photogrammetry. The photogrammetry in this area is not too bad, which is good. It also is not too bad. The performance, again, I wish it was a bit better landing, but I don't know what is causing that. It could be the combination of obviously the airport being so detailed and some of the photogrammetry areas around the airport as well. I don't know the actual name, you know, the name that has been given for this, some kind of radar, but again, you've got all the electric kind of wiring and stairs, the fans, but also as well the actual texture to it as well is very, very high quality, isn't it? Like, you can see the material. But yes, so far, SoFly, you're impressing, and I would like to say personally, again, massive thank you for, you know, letting me live stream this and also giving a copy away, which we are doing a giveaway. We've got one copy, so if you're interested in winning a copy, then stay in the chat and carry on as we go around, because we've got hangars over the other side, we've got the airport in the middle, we've got the control tower over to the kind of I'm gonna say north of where I am now. You can actually see it in the background there. Very distinctive control tower, full perimeter fence with the again the road where the operations vehicle would be using to navigate the airport. Give you guys a little bit of look of the runway texture, and as we saw before, a bit closer up while we were landing and taxiing in. Very, very kind of bloomed white. It looks great. From what I've seen on Google Maps, it does look like it's a you know, a very white surface, but we have got cracks and tire marks and stuff like that. Again, we've also got these kind of flood grids maybe, but they're all done as well. Some again easily could be missed out, but it's been modelled in. Good to see. I don't think we're going to miss anything over to the right by the gates, but we have got some other little bits and bobs going on over to the right there. Little look at the main apron and the terminal. We'll get over to there. But so far, very, very impressive. And I will say, just from a personal point of view, definitely miles better than Bristol. Bristol's nice, don't get me wrong. They did very, very well with the Bristol Airport. There was you know, the animated doors, the sounds, everything was great. I just thought that the general aviation side of the airport just needed a bit more love, because they did so much with the main apron and the main terminal. The landside area as well was spot on. This looks a lot more complete. Like, they've done every single bit of the airport, you know, everything that they could get pictures for, everything that they could see on Google Maps and stuff, they've modelled in. Little bit of a pop, well, bit of a massive pop in there from, yeah, there's a bit of a LOD issue there. Definitely a LOD issue. But again, modeling looks great. Should it be animated? I honestly don't know. They usually do see these being, you know, rotating. But yeah, definitely a LOD issue with that one. Can you check the runway lights during the night? Yeah, I will do, yeah. Textures are nice, but runway seems bright. I don't know if it's like that in real life, though. I mean, it looks like it's a, you know, like a white textured runway, or a, you know, a white concrete asphalt runway from the pictures that I've seen. It does look, maybe, I don't know, maybe the bright lights take off the I usually like using this because there's a bit of light coming through, but there's also, yeah, you can see that it does become more of a very, very light grey, doesn't it, when you've not got direct light. Let's have a little look. If you change it to clear skies, you get a bit more of a bloom to it, a bit more of a reflection of the light for sure. I usually like to use this preset for looking around the airport because it, as you can see, you can actually, you get this blast of light coming through from the sky, and you also got the clouds as well. It is a nice little middle ground for anything like that. I'll leave it on this because it's a bit nicer. All these little individual grids, again, I'm not too sure if these are present. It looks a bit mad, doesn't it? Maybe it's prone to flooding around this area. I don't know, but there's a lot of grids there. Is it a VOR station kind of? With the landing lights again, can't make a comment on that unfortunately because I don't know the logistics of it, but would it cause an issue having landing lights just in the middle of the VOR? If that's a VOR, again, I'm not completely it sounds bad when you look at it. If I'm looking around the airport, I should know the name of it, but yeah, we carry on. Some photogrammetry buildings here, but you can see it. You know, it's not a small airport. It's got quite a big footprint. I'm not too sure what this all is, but the ground, the satellite imagery looks incredible, by the way, because all this is just 2D, but it kind of, it's so high def that it looks, you know, there's absolutely no depth at all there. It's all flat, but I tell you what, I wouldn't be at all bothered because that is a approach. It looks decent enough. I tell you what we'll do is we'll have a little look at the control tower and all the little bits here, and then we'll go back this way around. We'll have a little look at the various buildings along here because we've got quite a lot, as you can see. And then we'll make our last port of call into the landside and terminal. A couple of aircraft found their way onto the grass here. I'm assuming this is a thing at Budapest. There's an old A320 by the looks of it. A319, A320. The model is pretty nice as well, I must admit. The model to this is not too bad at all. And then again, the very distinctive control tower at Budapest. I think there's a bit of fire training facility going on here. This looks like an A321. In fact, that is an A321. Models fantastic with that as well. Let's have a little look in the control tower because there is an interior to this. If you guys can hear it, I'm hoping you can because I know there is sounds included in this. It is probably just the sun, bit of a reflection on it. Does look good, yeah. I saw yesterday they announced it looked very nice. Yeah, they announced it and then released it straight away, didn't they? A little bit of a shadow drop for a new airport. This incline here, I've never seen anything like this though. This is pretty cool. So I don't know if the workers can potentially get dropped off at the control tower, but pretty cool. The again, the texture work is beautiful. I think it's very, very nicely done. Like all the little cracks and imperfections in the wall. Little beacon lights and anti-collision lights, all there. All of the various antennas and lights, all there. It really does add more depth to the already really amazing 3D model of the control tower. Very nice indeed. Spot, I tell you what. They've got the, you can even see the LEDs in that light. Look at that. Wow. And then, here we go. No people. Bit interesting.
Call you back in a minute.
Don't know if you guys can hear that.
Barcelona 56 Quebec, taxiway Papa 2, Papa 1, Alpha holding point Alpha 2, runway 3, left your number 1 to the Eurowings, and if you can, please expedite.
It's actually 3D sound as well.
Papa 1, holding point Alpha 2, for runway 31 left, run at 756 Quebec. With a 93 Juliet Charlie, your ATC clearance to Tirana, flight and route SID Fahad to Lima, runway 3 left, climb 7,000 feet, scope 4251. 1 to Lima, 31 left, 7,000, squawking 4251. Wizz Air 9 feet, Juliet Charlie, continue.
I do like, and it also sounded authentic as well. It sounded like that potentially could be.
And behind the Wizz Air, continue Papa 3, stand 273. So we wait further to traffic at the end of the year.
That could potentially be real Budapest ATC. What I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm just going to have a little flick between the night lighting while we're here. There we go. You guys can see the control tower. Night lighting looks great. The interior lighting is very good. All the different anti-collision, the beacon lights are all on. Little look at the runway lights as well. I tell you what. Very, very impressed. You know when you just go into a scenery straight off the bat and you start looking around and you get the you get the idea straight off. You're just like, right, yeah, this is gonna be good. It's not always the case. I think there's instances where there's been airports where the detail is there straight off the bat, but then you kind of start seeing the cracks. So let's cool our let's cool down a bit. I'm not too sure what these. Oh, there's a bit of. Couple of things I'm noticing also as well, as in a feedback rather than a criticism, is that obviously this is the release version. There is a couple of things that we've seen so far with the LODs. But the night lighting is very, very nice indeed. Very nice. Massive big I'm assuming this is a fire training facility here at Budapest, because That's just the vibes I'm getting from it. But again, you guys know if there's you know, there's people here watching, which I know there is. You guys know that I've always commented on how developers back in the day and still now, I've still seen instances of paywares and freeware. Well, freewares, I'm not too concerned about freewares, but paywares where there's just absolutely no depth to the buildings. And what I mean by that is there's no objects, so there's no visible, you know, you can see that there's the windows are actually sunken in here. You know, they're in the building. There's actual speakers, AC units. There's things on the side of the building that make that immersion even better. And then look at this. I wonder what this is all about. I'll let someone translate that if they take a screenshot or pause the live stream. But again, looks amazing. I'm sure it's very authentic as well. You can see the flag. There's no flags on it. Okay, they might not be. But again, I am so far very impressed with the detail. It's also a massive airport, because look at this. You've got a load of cargo facilities and hangars stretching all the way along this runway. So there's still a bit to look at, folks. There's still a bit to look at. Don't you worry about it. Let's head over there now and have a little look. Real recordings, yep. Would be cool if the radio was live stream of the radio. That would be amazing. The VOR antenna is showing in line with approach lights on. Right, okay. Maybe this airport is a turning point for SoFly. Well, you know what? I still think Cardiff and Bristol win. I mean, I didn't get to see Cardiff in person, but from what I've sort of seen and read and stuff, Bristol was great. I just think there was a bit left out of it where they could have continued. I haven't also seen up-to-date Bristol. I don't know whether SoFly actually continued to build upon it. I just know that there was quite a lot left out, but let's carry on and have a look, because we haven't looked at the terminal yet. There's also, ooh, what's this over here? Is this a photogrammetry building? Because it's very orange. So yeah, that's all photogrammetry, but it's nice. It's nice quality. Very nice quality. Here is the second runway, or maybe the first runway, but you can see that again the texture work on the taxiways is it's blooming good. I don't know whether was maybe getting too much orange, but it looks great. It looks great. And now we've got a load of hangars to check out, cargo areas. I know I know DHL actually operate a 757. It looks like it goes from Prague. Some flickering on the cars just then. I'm not too sure what was happening, but oh yeah. Look. $10 points for telling me where that card is from. A very, very, very fun, very funny comedy show back in the day. It should have a red door on it. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. That's cool. SoFly probably did that on purpose. They are, they are UK based, of course. But yeah, do you know what? There's some flickering going on, but yeah, you can see the cars. They're kind of like a, flickering white when the camera moves. There you go. Bit weird, but again, it's something it can be fixed. Probably something that could easily be, not forgotten, missed when you are building such a massive airport, But I am impressed with the amount of buildings, and The landside areas are also looking pretty nice as well. So one comment I'll make about the landside area here is it looks great. There's custom cars. There's plenty of custom cars. There's lots going on. Nothing feels empty. You can just see that when some developers do landside areas, let's say Pyrigi, NZA simulations are also a prime example. If you look at their Christchurch scenery, which again, that is probably getting a bit old now. They could do maybe a version 2, but even that is still fantastic. You know, some developers go all out. They start putting fences and barriers in, and they even do their own grass texturing. You know, they do the whole thing really. You can see that that's not the case here, but in no way am I implying it's bad. It's just compared to others. And what I will say, for £13, even for $14.99, it's a large area to model and detail. And it price point so far, I think they've hit it correctly, even when it's not on sale. There's like a little footbridge here as well that they've actually, I think it's modeled. That could be photogrammetry, but it does look like a 3D model. This looks like this is Terminal 1. Is it the old Terminal 1 building, or are they still using this? That's interesting. It's similar to Prague, as I was saying with Prague. They've got an old, you know, historic building that they use for their Terminal 3, their private jet terminal. It could be the same with the Budapest here. And again, this is being done very nicely. With it not being kind of the main passenger terminal. Oh. Is that my plane? Is that the sound? Oh, that is the sound that SoFly have put in. Sorry. There is a option for static planes in this scenery. I did turn it on in the configuration, but I can't see any. Let me just double check that, folks. I need to double check it. Also, I can tell you guys what is included in the configuration as well. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking so far with Budapest. So, static aircrafts is enabled. Sounds you can toggle off. You can toggle off GSE. You can toggle off static aircrafts. You can toggle off cars, or you can make it half the amount. Same with people. You can toggle them completely off, or you can make them half as well. So there's a nice amount. But as I say, with the Bristol airport, you could actually take the whole interior away. Does that imply to me that the terminal is not so detailed at Budapest? We'll see. We're not quite there yet. Let's have a little look at this sort of public footbridge. The landside area looks great. The modelling, I would say, definitely. I feel like there's been definitely a quite a big bump up in the quality of the texture and modelling work from previous sceneries. Very, very nice indeed. In between us, yes, Bluebird 757 here. Yep. £13, you can't complain. Currently on offer, as I say, $13.49, but it's $14.99 brand new. The T2 area looks great, but T1 and the surrounding looks a bit rough. Why is 64 GB so expensive? Got to be selling. It just is. The RAM's still expensive to get hold of. You know, you could get a graphics card for the price of RAM. The second tower on Terminal 1C. I am not 100% with this airport, but yeah, they've got one tower. There's also a bit going on. Sorry, I missed all this down here. So there's actually a bit of photogrammetry here. the photogrammetry in this area looks pretty nice. It really does. Oh, sorry, no, we were over there. Sorry, that's my fault. We were there. So yeah, you know, it's obviously in this area now you can start to see there's no wagons at the DHL area. There's no barriers or fencing and stuff like that. That's what I meant. And again, it's not a criticism. I'm just saying there's, you know, the landside here. There's all the buildings are being custom modeled. There's cars and there's some trees and stuff. But like, I mean, there's no fencing or barriers or just that little extra bit of detail. It still looks really, really good. But you know, when others would take it even further, that's just a little observation, that's all. Still a lovely looking airport. I appreciate the level of detail, actually. Look at the markings down here. Different bits of tarmac and all the various different apron colours as well. Very, very nice indeed. Let's carry on, because I'm aware that we've still got to give a copy away. I have got a copy to give away, folks. You will need obviously a copy of Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, and you will need an account with SoFly to redeem it. I'll get the winner their copy as soon as I can. Obviously, please keep in mind that developers at this time are still at Flight Sim Expo. SoFly are one of them, so they will be as very, very prompt as they can in redeeming it. But yeah, I have got a copy to give away, PC only, and we'll do that after we've had a look around the airport. I tell you what, the ground clutter, the vehicles, they've got spot on. I must admit, I mean, look at this area. I don't think they could have really done anything more with that area. I never see static planes at any airport except Dubai, even when enabled. Pretty impressed. Some small issues, like, yeah, a couple of things, some LOD issues. Nice textures. As someone who lives in Budapest and been to the airport in and out of it, it does have its small differences from the real world thing. For example, the approach lights are not that high up yet. Lovely textures though. Yeah, no, you know, there's definitely been a jump in quality from the previous sceneries. I will admit that, and I think a couple of you guys will agree. Not to say that Bristol and Cardiff were bad at all. I just think that they've taken on a project which is, you know, double to triple the size of those airports, and I think it's paid off. I mean, we still haven't been to the terminal, and we had a little look around. There's so much infrastructure around this part of the airport compared to the other side, so I do want to have a good look around. Performance, I personally think it's great. Any stutters that you guys are seeing, I am going to just chalk that down to... Chalk that down? It might be a saying. It sounds good. It sounds posh. It sounds clever. I am going to put it down to possibly the combination of OBS streaming, stuff like that. I did see this hangar last time. Now, I am going to say, without any knowledge of this hangar, a couple of you guys in the chat might know, this just looks a bit too brand new. Like, compared to the texture work and the weathering on the other hangars, everything just looks a bit too freshly painted, is the best way I can put it. But maybe this is a freshly painted hangar. It looks great, don't get me wrong. The model work and you can actually see the bits of, I mean, if you look there, you can actually see all the little bits of, I don't know, imperfection, weathering, you know, the marks on the side of the building. So it is very well done. It just looks very, very, yeah, freshly painted is the best way I can say it. Still good though, still very nice. I mean, yeah, you know, you start getting into the specifics, the smaller details. At the end of the day, guys, every developer spent time doing these massive airports, and to this level of detail, it does dent our pockets and our wallets a lot, doesn't it? But do you know what? If we didn't have them, we'd be complaining that we don't have any options. See, this is what I mean. This little area, they have actually got a gate and a fence. You know, that does look a bit complete. It does look like it's secured. It's restricted. But then how long does it then add on to the project time when you start getting really, really detailed with everything? Like, again, you know, you got a fence there that's completely stopped. It could do that in real life. I don't think it does, but anyway, how long does it then take a developer to create an airport to that level? Lufthansa Technik, again, looks very nice. Again, it does look kind of like almost freshly painted, but still greatly modelled, and a lot of, yeah. Loads more ground service equipment as well. I mean, I can't say I'm familiar with the airport in the sim or in real life, but it's a huge space. Look at this. There's more DHL stuff going on. This area here for me, it's one of those where you're looking at it going, well, do you know what? They've done so much with all the other bits, but then all you've really got here is a couple of cars in the car park. There's no wagons, there's no cars here, there's no fencing along here. I'm just picking it out for you guys. I actually really, really like this scenery. I think they've done a fantastic job of taking every building and doing a custom model for it, where they've only had reference pictures to go by and not the an actual on-site visit. But again, if you're a person who likes to have your landside areas and everything looking a bit more, well, detailed, it might not be for you. Is it worth $14.99? Well, we haven't been to the terminal yet, and there's a lot to it. I mean, there's every single little building. Are some of the buildings a bit more not rushed? Are they a bit more simplified? Yes, definitely. Some of the buildings are a bit less textured and modelled, if you like. You know. But fair play to SoFly for getting all this done off imagery and reference images. I know a couple of you guys have mentioned that the SH simulations version may not be as detailed. If you're watching now, if you've got that version by SH simulations, or is it SHL or something, let me know. If you're obviously watching the stream after the fact, let me know also. I'd love to know if that one is comparable. So right now we have started our tour over here after that fantastic landing. And we went all the way around. We're back to the centre now. Car park fully stocked. It's all there. Bit of copy and paste, but I understand why that's being done. There is, let me just see where we are heading into the airport. So there's like a kind of there's a modelled road running around here. That's It's basically done, you know. There's no markings on the road, but this will take it into the airport. There is some kind of museum, outdoor museum, and yeah, there's some nicely modelled vintage aircraft. Now there was yeah, there you go. There's a couple of instances of pop-ins with this scenery that I have noticed, and obviously you guys would have as well. What's interesting with these aircraft is they have got all of their registrations, so I'm assuming these are all legit. And again, I know some of you guys are from the area, could tell me a bit more about this museum. There's also a random bus there as well. A tiny bit colourful here, but it does look like in real life. The fences does stop in real life. Okay, perfect. I'm happy for them to take a longer level. I'm happy for them to take longer if the level of detail is good. Flemo, good to see you, mate. LH Sim, perfect. Bit of a ghost town, lacks some life. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's areas where I think what they've done is they maybe prioritize the main area, the main terminal, landside area for the more detailed stuff, which, you know, we'll see if that is the case. Some nice little vintage Tupolofs. I don't know if you guys saw, but see Flight Sim Studios have announced a Tubelof. Is it that one maybe that they've announced? Possibly the 154. I'm not too sure. You guys can let me know, but that was announced today. Bit of a strange one. I thought they might just finish off their E-jets before doing all that. Could that really not annoy people? But yeah, there's a couple of animated people just sort of, you know, splattered about here, making it look like the museum is full. She's on her invisible phone. Oh, hang on. What's happened to my camera? Oh, there we go. Hey, hi. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice little outdoor museum. It's good to see that they've actually included the static aircraft are very nice as well. I don't know whether that is the static aircraft they mean in the configuration menu. I don't think it is. Anyway, let's carry on. This looks like it's the main road going in, but it kind of just, yeah, it just stops. Make of that what you will. And then, yeah, we've got some various other buildings on the landside area, and then obviously the main terminal. We do have interiors as well, so we'll have a good look around there. Some nice road markings. Again, real. What they look like is they are real life cars, but there's a lot of copy and paste going on, which will help performance. I totally understand that. Okay, let's have a little look, because we are nearly to the terminal now, and I appreciate everyone's patience because it's bigger than I thought, really. There we go. Some real signage, which I can only assume has been obtained maybe from Google Street View. I'd imagine there's quite good coverage around this area of the airport. Quality of the signs is spot on as well. Very crisp. Again, this is all stuff that if you're not a person who goes and, you know, explores your airport sceneries, this is all irrelevant, really. It's stuff that you're never ever gonna see. But I know that there is a lot of people who do appreciate I don't mean it in that way. I mean, they do go and explore their sceneries just like me. I think now developers have started to get a lot better with implementing interiors. they're less performance heavy. I still think that maybe developers should give us options about turning off interiors and having them visible, and let us choose whether we do actually want them. Some sounds as well, you can hear a bit of that. There we go, there's Pegasus, some Jet 2 advertisements as well. Some hotels with some parallaxed interiors, so there's some, you know, faked bedrooms in there as well. Pretty nice. So Ibis styles. Do you know what? I wouldn't consider myself at all. This is going to sound silly, but I wouldn't consider myself a hotel snob. I'm not bothered as long as I get a good night's sleep, or at least it's a roof over my head. But me and my wife went to see a band. You guys might know who it is. A band called Funeral for a Friend, and we've liked them ever since we first met. I've been with my wife for 22 years. This year. And we went to see Funeral for a Friend in Birmingham in the UK, and there was an Ibis budget, or the lowest of the low Ibis. And no word of a lie, again, we're not bothered about hotels, but we got into our room and we walked straight out and said to them, no thank you. And we ended up going to a really, really posh Marriott in the hotel, in the sort of centre of Birmingham, and they upgraded us to a free breakfast and a free penthouse suite. It was great. It was fantastic. But man, Ibis budget. I would rather stay in a travel lodge, but travel lodges are still nice anyway. Typical Range Rover driver there. Just yeah. To expect. Anyway, let's carry on. Sorry for that little reminiscent of staying at a budget Ibis. Here is the landside at Budapest, folks. This I'm not too sure about. The kind of incline in the tarmac. I think this needs to be sorted. It honestly. Landside looks great, but this ruins it a bit. This kind of, I don't know if this is all pedestrianized and there's more going on here as pedestrians walk over. Again, I'll let you guys tell me if that's the case, but I think it would be good to have a little look at the night lighting. There we go. It's not dead of night, but it's just as we get still a bit of sunlight coming through. Let's have a little look. Let's catch up. Aeropark does look like real thing, but it definitely needs building because there's one in real life. Cheesy, thank you so much. Really appreciate the insight. Flemo A220. It looks amazing. I don't know when it's going to come out though. It doesn't look like they're including the 100 in there, just the 300 for now. Would have preferred the E-Jets to be finished. Exactly, yeah. It's the one, the TU154M. I think the team are doing E-Jets is very different. Oh, right, okay. That's good. I didn't know that. Oh, right, okay, it makes sense. If it's another team, then fair enough, you know what I mean? My Wi-Fi went down, I've managed to join. No worries. IndyBuilds does implement some aspect of that with the toggles in the manager. Would be nice to see more developers do it. They have done it with this one, and it is very, very good. It's just, again, there's a toggle for static aircraft, and I'm not too sure what they mean by that, because there's absolutely no aircraft in this scenery, and it is turned on. Geek doesn't mind a few bed bugs. Was it really that bad? Yeah, it was. There's one at Birmingham Airport, isn't there? Yeah, it was the one like right in the centre. These trees custom made. No, they're not, because the way it's doing that little weird translucent kind of transparent thing in there, that's definitely a Sobo's. The incline you see are supposed to be underground garages. They aren't connected to the terminal taxi road. I assume that's all they could do with the Sims. Yeah, definitely cheesy. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Because I've heard a lot recently about elevation issues and mesh issues. A prime example is Atlanta. Now, listen, guys, I'm not going to go into what people think about the Orbex Atlanta scenery. I think it's a massive achievement for one person to do, and it is great. There is some elevation issues and mesh issues, but as far as I'm concerned, it sounds like there's a lot that developers cannot do currently with the latest Sim update and the latest Sim SDK. Elevation issues and mesh issues seem to be some of those things. So yeah, we need to be prepared to be like, yeah, there's some limitations on what developers can actually achieve with tunnels and stuff. Some developers are doing magnificent things with getting underground stuff done, but yeah, it you know, it is worth mentioning that, you know, because I think a lot of simmers and the community get very, very upset too easily about issues that developers just cannot, like, they cannot fix. It's like, yeah, but they've done the whole airport. Some of it is just out of their control. That's just my 2 cents. Right, anyway, guys, let's get into sort of, you know, the main bit of Budapest. LH Simulations has theirs made. They just don't have the garage doors. Interesting. I assume it's all they could do with yeah. Cheesy, I really appreciate your insight as well. It does help kind of understand the airport a bit better. Right, have a little look here, guys. So some nice taxi models. What I'll do is I'll try and go round. Really nice. Have we got any collision on here maybe? Let's have a little look. No, there's no collision on that bridge. The sounds are great. I do like when developers put some custom sound packs in, you know. Very, very nice indeed. Let's have a little look inside. I know this won't really be a thing that people are into, but it's a bit dark. Have you had a power cut, mate? I mean, there's an interior to it. I just think maybe this time, maybe the someone's tripped a switch or something. Let's have a little look and see what we got going on here. I'm gonna say the departure boards are probably not authentic. But anyway, you know, we've got advertisements, we've got a check-in area, we've got some animated people, which is always nice to see. They are on a bit of a loop, you know. A little bit of flickering in the windows, but again, I am going to blame Asobo and Microsoft for that, because I think every interior's got this. Now, I'll tell you what, this looks great. I know it sounds silly, and I know it sounds like, you know, a weird thing to say, but the actual texture and the overall feel, it does look nice. Have we got any lighting in here? Yeah, it looks good. Let's carry on. Few steps there. Is this going to anywhere? No. What have we got? Let's try and find ourselves. See, yeah, I think they've the other side is a bit. Yeah, they've messed up a bit on the other side, haven't they? Kind of like a mirror image of the other check-in desk. A little bit of a cafe there as well. Few little sort of shops and, let's say, check-in desk, animated people. The sounds, I think, are really good as well. It's just a shame that this one's just not got any light into it. Yeah, it's a bit of a Terminal 2A is just not on to date. Terminal 2B is fine. Again, some little areas have been modelled, and is it the most detailed interior we've seen on an airport, Suni? It's not, but listen, you know, I don't think it's a massive deal. It might be if you're a person who loves to have a really detailed interior to your airports. For me, I do like to see some kind of, you know, some kind of 3D-ness on the gate at least. Prime example again would be Orbex Atlanta, when, you know, the interiors haven't been completely done, but every kind of stand and jet bridge has got a bit to see. There does seem to be that here. Get a bit more flickering on some reflections and walls and mostly glass textures. These are actually sort of frosted walls. The modelling and the texture work is lovely. It is nice. There's just no signs and that, you know, that bit extra that you would see in other series. But again, I'm not really mad about that. You know, this is another one similar to Orbex Atlanta, where it is nice to see it from the flight deck. I would say that maybe the lighting's a bit dim. The lighting on these vehicles is very nice though. I don't know, guys. What do you think? That's the most important thing. It's also going to be interesting, going off topic from this airport, but not off topic completely. It's going to be interesting to see how the double jet bridges work on the A380. I don't know whether that's a combination of GSX and INI builds that are doing that, or it's just INI builds that are doing it. Let me catch up. I assume that they and most high quality devs is in modeling client terrain stuff and Blender. Yeah, it's like by tier models. The airport does have some odd terrain and runway, and it's a hill compared to the terminals, but the sim is completely flat. Nice vehicle models, needs light, yeah. Yeah, they ran out of electric. I hope the airside actually had an interior lights. Really accurate departure boards, even the ads are accurate real life. Obviously not the departure boards themselves, yeah. Not the yeah. Window tint is dark outside, you can barely see inside. Everything good except some LOD and the flickering, yeah. The seats are accurate in real life. Oh, right, okay. Little dim, yeah, it is there, yeah. Evening, everyone. Good to see you, mate. From what I understand, it has nothing to do with any builds as their blog post. Oh, right, okay. Past your bedtime. Sorry, mate. I really love that they didn't put actual VDGS module models. There's no, there's so GSX users that have double. Ah, right, okay, yeah. For the money, you can't complain. No, absolutely not. I think it's all very well done. The modelling and the texture work is up there. You know, it's some of the best. The ground surface equipment, we have got some animated vehicles. Some of it maybe needs a bit. I mean, like the terminal, for example, I think they just need to turn the lighting up a bit, just a little bit. But it's not a criticism. It's like, you know, do it. And but again, is it that illuminated? Is it that dark? I'm assuming it's probably not, but again, I can't say that. I know Cheesy would probably be able to tell me, but it just looks a bit dim. Maybe the glass is tinted so that it's not so illuminated from the outside. Because when you go inside, there's quite a bit of illumination, you know. This is cool, isn't it? Look, they've got like a little in development cafe. This looks a bit more substantial. Look at that. That is cool. Ah, there's the dreaded W.H. Smith. We meet again. Hey, some of these restaurants and you know, food places, they look really nice. Very nicely modelled. I think the sounds also really are good as well. I do like when developers add sounds into their sceneries, especially outside, because I know this is going to be wasted on people who aren't too bothered with sceneries, you know, interiors rather. Some shops with shutters and stuff like that. Ray-Ban, look at that. Some people waiting at the gates. I thought all those shoes were 3D modelled then. I tell you what, fair play, the shops are very nicely done on the restaurants. Just turn it back on to daytime. Let's have a little look where we are. So this little area here, there was absolutely no lighting on it before, and I'm not too sure what this is. Whether it's just a further extension to the passenger terminal. But like, absolutely, you can't complain about the actual, say it too much, but the modelling and the texture work. The model of the airport and the ground textures are really, really nice. Very nice indeed. And looks like they've included the sort of the actual, you know, a large chunk of the terminal. You can go from the sort of the main part and work yourself all the way down to the pier in which we first started, where we basically park the Wizz Air. The stairs and the escalators again look fantastic, and then it looks decent. There's some of it is just a bit like a little less detailed, and then there's some of it that is just really, really like spot on. Like this section of the airport here now. All the actual modeling of the roof. Look at this. It looks like they've modelled a lot of the most important areas of the airport. They've left out, bits that are kind of, less seen. Let's say that. These piers here, that when you're on your gate in your aircraft, very, very visible, very nice to see from your flight deck. In fact, I would say this is probably the most the better detailed area of the airport, the interior anyway. God, Wizz Air is just, where is it? Down there, is it here? There he is over there. Yeah, I would say this area here is probably the most detailed. There's a lot of flickering in glass, I'm very aware of that. And I can't complain with the amount of people as well. The amount of people on the gates is really, really nice as well. Now, I did see some animated vehicles, and I haven't seen any since. There was a van going round, wasn't there, before? But I've not seen any other vehicles sort of making their rounds. Anyway, let's catch up with you guys. For the GSX, the innie builds are two different projects for the double deck way. Oh, right, okay. Seems dark. Innie builds is the only for the sceneries, and GSX sports is basically anywhere, depending on how the scenery is configured. Definitely way too dim. Maybe Reshape made it too dark. I mean, I don't think Reshade's made it dark. I mean, my reshade really only is to kind of bring out the colours a bit more. You can see it happening on screen, my reshade. It's not a massive difference. I think it just brings out the colours a bit more. I certainly don't think it's I mean, yeah, you can obviously see Reshade makes it a bit darker, but it's not affecting the lighting of the airport. Do you know what I mean? The apron lights as well, they're quite nice. I just don't know whether this larger section here with the glasswork and the larger roof area should be a bit lighter. I don't know. Definitely. The glass in real life is not tinted at all. The restaurants are nicely modelled, though. That's cool. I mean, yeah, there's parts of this interior that look very, very good. I once had the second best airport meal I've ever had in a restaurant above DeWitchmouth. The best meal was the Virgin Lounge at Heathrow Terminal 3. Nice. Modelling is very nice. It is. The spotted terrace is modelled very nice, completely missing in LH Sim. Nice. I can't complain. The airport is fairly price equivalent to one pizza to choose. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. A12, A25 is really accurate. The low-cost terminal. Very good clutter. Clutter's fantastic. The inside, at least those stairs leading to the apron are totally off. They are parallel to the terminal, not just straight stairs. The oil stains on the ground might be too excessive. I'm not sure, but seems a lot. Potentially. I mean, I must admit the ground texturing is pretty nice for the most part. There's also this sign. I can't find it anywhere. There's like a sign, isn't there? I can't find where it is now in the actual scenery. There's like a tail. Is it like a? Where is it? Is it on the taxiways? Where is it? Is it by? I haven't actually seen it in the live stream, but I've seen it when I had a look at it, you know, originally. There's like a monument of some kind. Is it landside? I'd imagine it would be landside, but I cannot find it. I had this feeling it was by. They've also tried to sort of model this this kind of maybe river or reservoir or something, drainage as well. I cannot find where this thing is, and I've seen it more than twice off live stream. It's like a I can't find it. Don't know if you guys know what I mean. Definitely way too much oil stain. I think Cheesy has got a bit more of a bit more knowledge of the authenticity. I can't find where this is, and it's doing me head in because it's like, you know, it is modeled in. They have put it in. Where is it? I have this feeling it's on grass somewhere. Here's where I've just literally been going across it every 2 minutes and not. Why do I feel like it should be here, you know, as you lead into the airport? There it is. Oh my word. Anyway, there's that as well. There's that as well. But yeah, that is a look at the new SoFly Budapest. You guys can get this now. It's available. Linked in the description. Wow, we've gone over the stream time. I apologize. Please, guys, everyone that's in now, or at least have got me on in the background and waiting for the giveaway, it is going to start now, so get yourself ready. I will give you details in a second. Please do rejoin me on Monday, so not tomorrow but the day after. I've got a brand new airport to show. I don't know if it's out. I haven't checked. I thought it would be out by now, or at least it may come out tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I haven't had a look at any of the Fly Too High scenery on this channel. I've never installed a Fly Too High scenery. You guys might know who that is. I'm going to be taking my first look at a scenery, the newest one. It is due out any point this week. It's White Plains, Westchester County Airport. It's located in New York. Great little spot. You'll get the E-Jet in there, you'll get your CRJ, you will get an A320 in there, and it's also got a lot of biz jets as well that go into there as well. That's the Malav. Tail is off quite a bit. It's supposed to be in Aeropark's parking lot where the cars enter. SoFly Bristol, yeah, is great. I don't know if they ever updated the general aviation area. I hope they did. I didn't take a look. But yeah, guys, I'll be over in New York on Monday, 7:30 start. if you can, please come in, because I have seen a bit of it, and I'll tell you what, it's a belter of an airport scenery. Like, I've never taken a look at their scenery before, and when I loaded in and took a look at it, I was impressed, and it's taken me far too long, so I will be keeping my eye out for more of the Fly Too High scenery. You guys might already have heard of them and have their sceneries. This is my first time. It's taken me too long. I'm going to be sharing their newest one on Monday at 7:30. It looks, I tell you what, there's some whopper details in them. Some fantastic detailing in Westchester County Airport. But anyway, what you guys have been waiting for, I know you guys are getting your lovely impatience. Very, 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 very good. Great crowd of people. So yeah, we've got a giveaway. I've got a copy of this to give away. Now again, I will stress, it's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 only for PC. I'm assuming you will need to sign up for a SoFly account, so if you haven't got it, it's free to do. Absolutely easy to do. I do need a email from the winner, so please be prepared. You won't be able to put it into the chat because YouTube doesn't like that for some reason. So you will need to add your email, and an active email that I can basically contact you on. Now, because I don't know how SoFly redeem the prizes, I will email you tonight, and I will send details that you send me over to SoFly. And again, please be aware that SoFly and many other developers are currently over in the US. They will be either heading home or they will be finishing off Expo. So if they're able to do the redemption over there on their phone or a computer or laptop, then fantastic. But please give them a bit of time, okay? Whew. With that being said, guys, if you're new to the live streams, you're probably not going to know you're probably not going to understand what I'm going to say. But for everyone else, you know what keyword I'm going to ask you to put in. So you can start putting the keyword in now. The 4-letter ICO for Budapest Airport. I mean, I can't make it any easier. I can't make it any easier, can I? Start popping that in, and you will be entered. Simple as that, guys. I mean, if you don't know it, then it's quite easy to find it out. Get yourself into the giveaway, folks. Enter yourselves. The 4-letter ICO for Budapest. I mean, it can't be that hard because 1, there's Google, and 2, it's in the stream description as well, so. If you're rewatching the live stream, obviously the giveaway's over. I do my giveaways live on air. Let me know what you think down in the comments to SoFly Budapest. Whether you will be picking it up if you are not the lucky winner. What you would like to see SoFly take a little go at next time. Again, someone mentioned, I can't think who it was, sorry, in the chat, but someone mentioned maybe SoFly doing Prague. That would be quite cool. I would like to see an up-to-date Prague for sure. But yeah, get yourself in the giveaway just by simply putting the 4-letter ICO code. Please only do it once. Once you've done it, you will be entered. And 4-letter ICO for Budapest Airport, the airport that we've been looking at for the last 2 hours. I'm going to have a bit of a drink because I can't believe I haven't had one. Sorry for the gulp there. Where's sound? I needed that though. Quench the thirst. Thank you for everyone who has entered. Massive thank you to SoFly for supporting the channel with a giveaway, and obviously supporting the channel as well by sending a copy over. This one wasn't really one I could have showed you for pre-release because it was a surprise release last night at FSExpo. While we're on that topic, let me just have a little look at the time. just so I can give you guys a bit of a cut-off. It is currently my time, 22:14, so 10:15. I'm going to give it another couple of minutes. Get you guys entered in. Harden for me, yeah. I would love to see a good old Chester or obviously Harden airport because, well, we've got the Beluga, haven't we? And we haven't got any good scenery for that. And Blackpool, we haven't got Blackpool. I really hope Burning Blue Designs decide to actually do Blackpool because I know they said they wouldn't, but I'd love for them to do Blackpool. If you haven't entered the giveaway, guys, you've got a couple of minutes left. The 4-letter ICO or ICAO code, 4 letters. If you don't know it off by heart, then that's fine because, I mean, how many airports are they? If you've entered the giveaway, please stay in the chat because another stipulation is if you get off and I don't hear back in 5 minutes, then I will redraw the prize. It's simple as that, guys. If you've entered and put that 4-letter code in, please stay in the chat. Please stay in the chat. Okay, because otherwise I'd hate for someone to win and then go and then be like, oh, I'm back. And I'd be like, well, I'm sorry. Gaia Simulations Vienna is obviously it's quite old now. I don't know whether Gaia Simulations will be doing any version 2s because obviously they're doing Corfu. In fact, Corfu is due out this month. They've actually said Corfu's due out this month. Don't know when, but you know that I will be giving a good old in-depth live stream for Corfu when that comes out. Absolutely, it is planned already, so don't you worry about that. But in terms of recommendation, it is still great. It is still great. It's just, you know, in terms of quality that we're seeing now, it will be outdated. Even Gaia Simulations quality, they would say that they are doing a version. Oh, they are doing a version 2. Yeah, they are. They did announce that. Yeah, they did. I was actually speaking to the main man, Raz, from Gaia Simulations. Actually messaged me a couple of weeks ago. Just jumped into my Discord and randomly messaged me. So that was pretty cool. But yeah. Okay, cool. I recently had a layover there. I really enjoyed it. It's yeah. The control tower's pretty unique as well. It's similar to kind of. It's not similar to this, but it's got that unique look. Right. Last minute, guys. 4-letter ICO for Budapest. If you haven't entered, if you have, then you don't need to. You're all ready to go. Let me get the giveaway on screen. There you are. Covering my head. There we go. See that? See that? Heavy that. But yeah, you can see we've got quite a nice amount of entries there. Hopefully the person at the top wins. I wonder who the person at... Ah, okay. Right, okay guys, let's get on with this. Good luck to everyone. Thank you for everyone's patience. And everyone for staying in at the start when we had a lovely crash to desktop, which was I'm not too sure what it was. All I will say is most of my things were turned off hardware wise, so glass out, the Rosefire overhead software, I've got a feeling it's that. Glass out doesn't seem to give me any issues. I've flown a couple of flights with the glass out software, which I fully recommend, by the way, so hopefully it wasn't that. But yeah, let's get you guys a copy. Let's see who the lucky winner is. Thank you again, guys. Remember, live stream on Monday as well, 7:30. I hope everyone can come back for that one, because if you do like the sceneries as much as I do and having a good look around, it's definitely one you're going to want to have a look at. Flemmo. There you go, Owen. there's our winner. Thank you for entering, everyone. And yeah, there's our winner, and hopefully he is there and he hasn't got off, because if he has, I'll slap him. Congratulations, mate. But yeah, no way. Ha ha ha. Yes way. Yes way. You know it, my friend. But yeah, I'd like to make sure that the giveaway is obviously on screen for you guys to see, because you know you can see me drawing the winner. Owen. Now, what I will say is, guys, just to be completely transparent with you, you can see that this is the way I do it all the time. There's enough of you guys in the chat who are regulars, who watch the streams regular. I know there's a couple of guys who probably aren't in the chat as much, or who don't watch the streams. It's the first time. Owen is a friend. I know who Owen is, and you guys should know who Owen is as well, because he's a fantastic aviation photographer. But yeah, I know who Owen is, and that is just me being completely transparent with you guys. But you can see that it was done by Nightbot. It's always just a choose a winner. It'll pick someone random. Okay, so yeah. But yeah, you never win anything. Exactly, Ape. Does now. Owen, you just need to do one thing for me, mate. The Gmail email in your YouTube profile, mate, is that still active? Can you still get into that? Ends in 01@gmail.com. Just let me know, mate. Guess you'll have to buy it. Yeah, unfortunately, do you know what, guys? If I had an opportunity to obviously get as many as I could, you know, give away copies, and I would do my very best, but sometimes I can't get as many. But yeah, if you guys are sort of happy with seeing it today and want to buy a copy, then yeah, it is currently on offer for 10% off. Oh, and if you're still there, mate, just let me know if your email on your YouTube profile is up to date, mate, or at least you can get into it. You know, you can log into it. No, got a new one now. Can you do me a favor, mate, and change it? I'm gonna keep it all legit with the emails and stuff, mate. I know obviously I can direct message you, but it's not the point. I wanna still do it legitimately. So can you change that email for me, mate, please, so I can email you? Wonderful fun streams. Thank you. Bye bye. See you on the next one. As I say, guys, Monday at 7:30. You will not want to miss that one. I want to show you another fantastic scenery, an in-depth one. Not as big as this one. I tell you what, it's probably half the size of this one. But it's fantastic. It really, really is. It's White Plains, Westchester County Airport by Fly Too High. First time I've shown them on the channel. It's my very, very first Fly Too High scenery, and yeah, I've got to show you guys that. Just as a little bit of a teaser, it contains one of the most beautiful FBO interiors, buildings, and the night lighting is gorgeous as well. The night lighting, I can't speak highly of it. It is very nice indeed. I will have a look now. Not sure if you yeah, mate, the one on your profile one now is you said it's an old one. It says like 01 at the end, 01@gmail.com. Don't know if it's been updated since, like. If you can change it to an active one, mate, that'll help. So I can email you. But yeah, guys, as I say, we'll be over in New York on Monday night, taking a look at a brand new scenery. I am gonna also do a flight into there. I'm actually gonna do a little Jet 2 repositioning flight, because Jet 2 do operate from there. They do 2 to 3 hour runs down to Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Orlando, and I don't think it's Tampa Beach. It's somewhere else. But yeah, we'll do a little Jet 2 repositioning flight into there, and have a good look around it, because it's got an interior. It's got some FBO interiors. The night lighting's super on it as well. I think at that point as well, it should potentially be out for you guys to buy. I'll also see if we can get a giveaway for that as well. That would be quite nice if we could do that. But I'll ask the guys at Fly Too High if I can get a giveaway copy as well. The one on your YouTube should be good, mate. Yeah. Okay, mate. I'll email you on that. Okay. We'll get it sorted. As I say, though, obviously SoFly are away, and I don't know how many others giveaway copies they've given out. You know. But I'll email it. Can you show me the spotter hill 13 right? I missed that part. Curious if they model the hill or not. Absolutely, mate. No problem at all. 13 right, you say? There's 3-1 left and right, isn't the 3-1 is this 3-1 left? This one, I think it is, isn't it? I can't even see the I can't even see the numbers on these ones. Where are they? Let's have a little look. Just for you, mate, because you've given us some excellent insights. 13 right. I mean, the numbers are a bit worn off. I'll try and get a giveaway for the scenery on Monday. I'll do my best. I'll ask them tonight. Can you show me the spotter bomb or hill? I don't know where it would be, mate. You would have to let me know. We're on 13 right now. I mean, I'm assuming it'll be somewhere around here, wouldn't it? If it's... Is that it? Let's have a little look. Maybe it's... I mean, there's a lot of forested area around here, so I can't see it being anywhere round here. It's near the white building. It doesn't look like it's modelled. This looks like a similar viewpoint to the Heathrow to 009 right spot. It's kind of on the side of the road with the petrol station and stuff. It doesn't look like it's modelled in any fashion, mate. No. I do like to see when devs do the plane spotting areas, though. Right, guys, I am gonna head off because you know what? That was longer than that. That was an hour longer than it was usually. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations to Flemo for winning the giveaway, and I'll be back on Monday, 7:30 p.m. UK. Taking a look at White Plains, Westchester County Airport over in New York. Definitely come back for that one. If you're into the sceneries like me and you like to see all the detail, this is one you're not going to want to miss. I will update. They've put sounds in though, but there's no airplanes. That was one of those invisible airplanes. Just to go off topic, did anyone see the YouTube channel who apparently caught the was it the F-47? The F-47, like, new US aircraft? The one with, like, no vertical stabilizers on it and stuff? Anyway, want to go and look at it if you want to go and look at it. Yeah, guys, I'll go and see if I can get a giveaway copy for you guys on Monday for that. If I can, then obviously the details of the live stream will change, so keep an eye on that. If you're not on my Discord, please head into Discord. It's linked down below, and I will see you on Monday. Thank you, everybody.